Hello everyone. Today we are going to the Phraya Nakhon Cave, located near Laem Sala Beach in the Khao Sam Roy Yacht National Park, south of Hua Hin. You reach the park entrance through the small harbour and under this arch, where various shops and restaurants are located. The hike towards the cave begins from the Laem Sala Beach. There are two ways to get there from the parking lot. First option is with a 20-minute boat ride to the beach, or the second option is to brave the 30-minute hike up and over the Tian mountain. The total hike to Phraya Nakhon Cave involves a distance of approximately 2.6 miles or 4.18 kilometres. The elevation gain is around 587 feet or 179 metres. As you can see, I choose for the first option with the boat ride to the beach, where you need to pay another extra 200 baht over the regularly 200 baht entrance fee. Although this option is shorter, it's still a distance of 1.7 miles or 2.9 kilometres towards the entrance of the cave I need to hike. So let's enjoy the boat ride with a traditional long tail boat, also known as Rua Hang Yao in Thailand. The boat trip is highly recommended and gives you a beautiful view of the coast of Hua Khao Tian. Once you're on the Laem Sala Beach, you can locate the start of the hike, well marked with signs, and get going. Our advice is to grab something cold to drink from the little restaurant there to take with you. But first I'm going to clean the sand off my feet, so I'm ready for the trek to the cave. The funny thing is that people here are very clever and often only take one person per boat for the trip, while there is enough room in these boats for several hikers.
It's stupid, 2 boats with 1 person.
Yeah.
There you go. My feet are sand-free again and ready to walk to the cave. Since I'm already a bit older than the average hiker, I'll take this hike at a leisurely pace, and we'll be showing you the entire route, so sit back and relax for the next few minutes. For those who want it, this film has multiple chapters, and you can go straight to the next chapter if you want. I also regularly gonna take photos of signs with directions or useful information, like this one for example. This looks like the entrance to the cave's walking path. Let's take a photo and see what the signs say. From what I've read here, the most important thing for me is that it's still 625 meters to the entrance. This is going to be tough, I think. You notice that I walk faster on a flat path than the others, and here you can also walk beautifully under the green trees in the shade, even though it's already quite warm. While we continue our walk towards the mountain, let me tell you a little more about the Phraya Nakhon Cave. The cave was discovered only 200 years ago. A Thai man seeking shelter from the rain stumbled upon it by chance. The cave is named after him, Chao Phraya Nakhon Sri Thamarat. The highlight of the cave is the small temple in the center of the space, Kuha Karahas Pavillion. It was built at the end of the 19th century during the visit of the then King Chulalongkorn the Great, Rama V. Apparently it's quite a walk until we reach the foot of the mountain, but on the sign we could read it was more than 600 meters. It is important to keep in mind that this great trek up to the cave is not an easy one. Maybe if you are an extremely fit human, it would be a breeze, but for the average one like me, it's a pretty tough walk. Aha, here is someone who I can ask how far it still is till the stairs.
Always follow the road?
I think so.
Okay.
It looks pretty major. It's the only thing here, I think.
Okay.
Easy for most of the way, then really hard at the end.
Yeah, it's rocks.
Yeah. Yeah, I went in one yesterday that was really bad and ended up falling and
Oei.
catching myself.
Yes, okay.
So, need to be careful.
Yeah.
Keep forgetting I'm not 30 anymore.
I'm not so young anymore, huh? Oei, there
This
is,
is where it's gonna get hard.
there is upstairs.
There's a lot of stairs.
Okay, wow.
And this is where it's gonna get hard. Went to a cave yesterday and the guy said, it's worth it when you get to the top. And I thought, I'm gonna look for you if it's not.
Okay.
Attention, read the sign before continuing the trip. As you can see, there are several signs here with information about what's possible, what's permitted, and what's recommended. This way, you won't run into unnecessary problems. You immediately notice that the steps are actually carved out of rocks, sometimes with a layer of cement to prevent slipping. So I will start the climb very carefully at my own pace.
Misschien dat gaat.
That's the go.
Is quicker.
Yeah, you don't have to be the first with all these young kids.
I'm not a very good climber, so I like to let others who can climb the stairs faster than me pass by.
mis on igasugust kolatäis.
There you go. While I catch my breath, a few others manage to pass me. It's not a climbing competition after all, but simply enjoying the beautiful scenery during this hike. After all, you have to climb 179 meters along these poor rock steps, and that is not exactly my strongest point. You should plan about half a day for a visit to Phraya Nakhon Cave. It took me about 3.5 hours from the moment I started the first hike until I arrived back at the parking lot. Although it is advisable to wear good walking shoes for this type of hike, you notice that some people simply do the hike barefoot. While I'm walking, I was wondering what on earth the Thai man was doing here when he sought shelter from the rain and discovered the cave. We're almost halfway through the hike, where there's a lookout point where you can rest and enjoy stunning views of the bay. There's also a chance you'll encounter spectacled langur monkeys along the way. Here, at this beautiful viewpoint, I can rest and drink for a while, read what's on the information board, and enjoy the beautiful view over the bay. I continue my climb because it is still quite a walk, which is more difficult than I first thought. The hike consists of steep, rocky, uneven steps leading up the mountain, and takes you through a beautiful natural landscape with trees with green leaves who protect you against the burning sunshine. We come to a point on this route where you can still call someone if necessary, because further on you no longer have a signal. It seems to be getting less steep here. Good, so I can recover a bit from the exertion I put into the rather tough climb. This sign provides some information about the trees that have their roots nestled in the rocks at this location. There's also a sign indicating 80 meters to the entrance. Great! Finally, we've arrived at the descent to the cave entrance. I wonder if the path here will be as steep as the one going uphill. There are several spectacled Brillingoa monkeys in the trees here. I need to take some pictures of them. It is indeed quite steep to descend here, and there is nothing to hold on to, so I choose to take it easy. You can clearly see that if you lose your balance here or you slip, you can fall quite deeply. But on the other hand, the nature here is beautiful.
Wauw. Ziet dat af. Schitterend.
Indeed, the entrance to the cave is breathtaking. You also have a beautiful view of the cave ceiling from here, as well as the dry waterfall. Okay, let's continue our way to the cave. It is best to plan your visit to Phraya Nakhon Cave between December and March. Try to arrive at the cave around 10:30 a.m. to ensure you see the light shining directly on the temple. This is usually around 11 a.m. You can already catch a glimpse of the cave floor with its many trees and plants. We're finally at the bottom of the cave. This is one of the most magical places I've ever been. It's like a movie. It almost doesn't feel real. Heavenly choruses start playing as light strikes the temple nestled between the trees within the cave. You have a magnificent view of the hole in the cave's roof, and on the information board, you can learn about its origins. Part of the cave's roof collapsed years ago, exposing cave opening, a gaping cavern at least 40 feet high and maybe 60 wide. The cave has two main chambers, and both have large openings in the ceiling, so light streams down and plants can grow within. Let's take a photo of the way we descended, and another one of the many plants in this first chamber. Then I continue my way to the second chamber, the actual main chamber of the cave with the throne. Therefore, I have to descend approximately another 10 meters along this reasonably walkable path. The cave also has many stalactites, stalagmites, and columns. These are formed when water makes its way through rock and drips down to the floor. As it drips, calcite, a mineral substance in limestone, comes with it, and over thousands of years, a stalagmite forms on the ground. The main chamber of Phraya Nakhon Cave is special for the Thai people because it has been visited by many kings. Over 100 years ago, a small throne was built inside the cave. Constructed with traditional Thai aesthetics, it looks similar to a shrine or temple. The Khao Khan Pavilion is a four-gabled pavilion built during the reign of King Rama V in 1890. This pavilion is considered a masterpiece of traditional Thai craftsmanship. Built by artisans from Bangkok, it commemorates King Rama V's historic visit to the site. On this information board, you can read that the cave consists of limestone, as well as an explanation of the many stalactites, stalagmites and columns that can be seen inside this place. Then I go exploring a cavity in the cave from which I just saw people emerge. I wonder what could be seen there. It looks really dark in there, so I think I'll turn on the light on my smartphone. Interesting. There are some religious statues here completely in the dark. And just outside this dark hollow, we find two small miniatures of monks surrounded by some vases and other commemorative objects. Perhaps a place to meditate. If you know, please share it in the comments below. A little further on, I find the royal initials on the cave walls. King Rama V commissioned the pavilion in 1890 to commemorate his visit. King Rama VII's and King Rama IX's names are also inscribed on the cave walls. Then I continue my way past the back of the pavilion. It looks very nice here too, so let's see if it's worth it. Here you also have a wonderful view of the cave opening in the roof and of the sun's rays shining into the cave. I see several hikers sitting here while resting and admiring the beautiful pavilion. Let's see if I can take another photo of the Khao Khan Pavilion. Apparently, there are also quite a few things to admire at the back of the cave, so let's walk there as well. Wow, look at this breathtaking hole in the cave ceiling. The cave is 60 meters high and is highly recommended to visit sometime. You can imagine that when it rains heavily, the water seriously flows down here. However, the Phraya Nakhon Cave is open year-round, including during the rainy season, and is not typically closed due to rain. While some caves in Thailand may close during the rainy season due to flooding risks, this cave remains accessible. Let me take a picture of myself with the pavilion in the background. As I walk further up, I see several stones lying on the ground that visitors leave behind as a kind of reminder of their visit. Here I find again an information board about the origins of the cave and the request to preserve this natural wonder for future generations. It is truly an incredibly beautiful environment here, and you feel like you are walking in a movie like Jurassic Park or Indiana Jones. It is a seriously steep climb to the highest part of the cave, and you need to walk through several rocks laying on the floor. I guess they must have been falling from the ceiling in the past. Let's be careful. You find yourself in what looks like a canyon. You can see the sky, the plants that are growing all around, the rocks, and you can even hear the joyful chirping of birds. The light in the cave at midday can be stunning, although, as stated before, this is the hottest time of the day. The sun is directly above the opening at midday. It lights up the greenery in the middle and casts some beautiful shadows. The sunlight filtering through the ceiling openings creates a breathtaking display, spotlighting the pavilion and casting intricate shadows on the cave walls. Adding to the enchantment is a small forest that has taken root within the cave, nourished by the sunlight. This unique combination of natural light, lush greenery, and the historical pavilion makes Phraya Nakhon Cave a vivid tableau of natural beauty and cultural heritage. You see that I'm here at the highest point inside the cave, and down there the people are walking around the pavilion. So I'm now going gradually descend to the exit of the cave, but very carefully because it's very steep here. Some more pictures of the stalactite rocks in the wall, also called the dry waterfall. We'd been vacationing in Thailand for several years and had taken many wonderful excursions, but we'd never really intended to visit this cave. This was partly due to the fact that my husband is wheelchair-bound and can't go hiking. But eventually, we found a solution, and he waited on the beach with friends until I returned from the trip. This way, he could also watch the trip when he edited the film for us at home. I suspect that this upper section of the cave was formed by the collapse of the roof, especially considering the many rocks scattered throughout this higher section. Perhaps you know this? Please let me know it in the comments. And to be honest, this cave is already one of the most beautiful places I've ever visited, even though we've visited countless majestic sights around the world. The fact that you have to reach this cave, first by boat, then along the beach, then climb the mountain to the cave, and then descend again, makes it just that little bit more special. And being able to enjoy the beautiful nature and the magnificent temple built here within the cave makes it definitely worth a visit. In the meantime, I would like to ask you to give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to activate the bell so you stay informed of new content. Thank you very much in advance. We're almost at the cave entrance, and to be honest, I'm a bit dreading having to climb all those stairs again. But hey, if you want to see all this beauty, you have to put in the effort. Here's another info board of the cave, and next to it, a cute handmade sculpture by a previous visitor. Okay, let's get started with the hike back to the beach. This first part towards the first chamber is quite steep, and I'm already quite tired. As mentioned earlier, Phraya Nakhon Cave is part of Sam Roy Yacht National Park. This beautiful park offers more than just a visit to the cave itself. It's also a paradise for birds and birdwatchers. It consists largely of a freshwater marsh crossed by a wooden boardwalk. It looks like there is glass on the steps, but they are just shiny bits of stone that glitter because of the many footsteps that walked over them. Here we are already in the first room, where I caught my first glimpse of the cave earlier. It's a bit of a struggle, but don't worry, I'll get there. Like I already mentioned it in the beginning of this movie, for those who want it, this film has multiple chapters and you can go straight to the next chapter. It also seems less crowded than when I walked up, but this might be because the cave is at its most beautiful when the sunlight shines directly above the opening in the roof. This is always around 11 a.m. Yes, it's beautiful to visit all of this, but it also requires considerable physical exertion. Keep that in mind if you plan to visit Phraya Nakhon Cave. It looks like these people are still on their way to the cave with a guide. That might be more interesting if you want to know more about this entire location, but I'm going on my own, and my husband has already gathered a lot of information about this trip, so we'll have to do it this way.
Bonjour.
Great! We're back here at the information board about the cave site, which means it's all downhill from here to the beach. The hardest part is behind us now. Here we are back at the spot where you can get a phone signal again. A perfect moment to let my husband know I'm back on my way towards the beach. My advice to anyone who would like to visit this location is wear good walking shoes. Bring at least a bottle of water for the trip, a towel, and a small snack to keep you going.
The last steps.
Yeah, we're at the last steps of this mountain and back on the beach.
Yes, I did it. ...430 meter. Het duurt toen even wat.
I just said it's only 430 meters, but it takes ages to complete them.
I see the sea waiting op my boat. The monkeys.
By the time I made my way to the top, I was puffing and panting, and my face was as red as a tomato. But once you begin the gradual decline to the cave, it begins to get magical, and you start to forget about the pain. The same applies for the way back and when you return on the beach. Afterwards, you can head back down to the beach, grab a drink, and celebrate your victory hike to the top.
It's not easy, huh?
Yeah.
Perhaps not exactly encouraging words from me to this gentleman who was about to start the climb, but it is the truth. I wonder what kind of building is over there to the left of this path. Let's take a look.
Krekels. Hi.
On my way back, I take a look at the Phraya Nakhon well. This well is constructed out of baked clay bricks and has an inner diameter of about 1.38 meters and is approximately 4 meters deep. Another short walk to the trailhead, and then I'll have a drink at the restaurant. Then I'll take the boat back to Laem Sala Beach. As mentioned at the beginning of this video, there are two ways to get here from the parking lot. The first option is to brave the 30-minute hike up and over Tianan Mountain. And the second option is a 20-minute boat ride to avoid the climb. The boat ride costs an additional 400 baht both way, but at my age, doing that initial hike twice is too much to ask. I'm not 30 anymore. Finally, it's only 12 euros extra for the boat, which gives you a beautiful view of the bay. The boat driver knows I'm back and gestures for me to come aboard. Let's enjoy the boat ride together with me to the parking lot where my husband has been patiently waiting for me. trip is highly recommended and gives you a beautiful view of the coast of Hua Khao Tian. Once the boat has arrived at the beach, I walk through the cool seawater to my husband, who is waiting there together with our driver. Before the end of this vlog, I would like to ask you to give this video a like and also subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to activate the bell so you stay informed of new content. And also take a look at my other videos of the places I have visited in this region. Thank you, stay healthy and safe, and hopefully see you next time.
Nee, geen rit te stappen, niet eens een baan. Ik moest redelijk diep gaan, vond ik. Ja. Allee, ze zijn belangrijk, maar ik zie ik. Ja.